Okay, Richard, our fearless leader. You can start. Then I can talk about the marketplace.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I see Charlotte and Shana who have joined. Thank you for taking time out on Saturday to join us to find out more about Singapore Festival and what we are trying to bring to the Bay. So let me introduce myself. My name is Richard Chan. I am the chair for this event. And with me itself is Mark Sim, the president for Singapore Connect, and Sharon Sim, the head of partnership and marketplace itself. So let me just quickly share what is Singapore Festival. A year ago, Mark came to me and asked me is that they want to do a signature event for Singapore Connect. And this is a recurring event, so it's going to be every single year. So we brainstormed this last October and born Singapore Festival. So Singapore Festival is trying to bring the unique multicultural identity of Singapore to the Americas. And what that entails is this. Everybody likes to say that we are multicultural. But when you get right down to it itself, how many of the multicultural places that you know of has truly integrated? That means you're not talking about pockets of Chinese, a pocket of Indians, a pocket of Malays, but truly integrated. We can definitely claim fame to this. As you can see, we have the Peranakan as one good example. It is a brand of Malay and Chinese itself. So having said that itself and having explained this to my friends for years, I thought this would be a nice touch. And we also have things like Japanese festival and all this other. Why can't we have a Singapore festival? Why do we have to get associated with our root heritage? Instead, why don't we be unique? And then thus born Singapore Festival. So thanks to all the sponsors and support that we have, just for context itself, we have at last count almost 70 volunteers itself. So this is not a small event, and we are targeting about 3,000 attendees, and a lot of them, a majority of them will be working professionals, covering all scope. It is a public event, so it's not exclusive to Singaporeans. At the same time, we are also taking this opportunity to celebrate Singapore's Connect 20th anniversary, as well as Singapore's 60th independence, and also to pay tribute to our late leader, Lee Kuan Yew, in the process. So this is a major celebration, and we hope that you will be here to support us. And we do plan to have a space where we'll be featuring everything Singapore and more itself. So without further ado, let me first pass it to Mark to give a few words before we go to Sharon.
Hi, thank you, Richard. And just want to acknowledge Richard's many years, if not over a decade, of volunteer contribution to Singapore Connect. We're like a public benefit corporation in the state of California, and we've been holding events over the last 20 years. By my count, 300 events, welcoming 10,000 over attendees cumulatively. This, as Richard said, will be our biggest event yet, and we'd like to make it a recurring event. So the theme Singapore Festival speaks to its open public nature. We want to give it a platform for everyone to just celebrate Singapore's energy and vitality and culture, clearly open to everyone. So all businesses and entrepreneurs welcome to showcase your brands or to reach out to the audience. Of course, our food, our entertainment, our decor will be all Singapore themed, but definitely this is an open to everyone. And in fact, we will be highlighting an immersive theater at the event where people who are coming in will get to learn about the Singapore story, a little bit about our history and how we became. So I hope you all will join this marketplace section of the event or partner with us in Singapore Connect at the Singapore Festival in any way. Sharon is our head of partnerships. Reach out to her. Thank you. And out to Sharon.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining today. I wanted to take this opportunity to walk you through the deck that I believe some of you have already seen. But I think this is also a great time for you to ask any questions that you may have, because when you see things online, you can't really ask questions, but the organizers are here for you to be responding to anything that you might be interested in. For me personally, and I'm a volunteer as well, but this is so meaningful to me. I've been away from Singapore for a long time. Oh, by the way, Happy National Day is August 9th, right? So we owe a lot of how we grew up, the school we attend, even the way that we speak English due to our English first language curriculum. And I'm very thankful for everything that Singapore has done. And it's awesome that we get to now create this kampong away from home. So for me, it's a way to give back. It's a way for us to come together as a community. Because when I go to the Cherry Blossom Festival or the Aloha Festival, I'm like, where's our festival, right? So finally, we have enough of a critical mass to do this. Beyond that, we also are not just targeted to Singaporeans alone. We want to reach out to, I think our goal, Richard, correct me if I'm wrong, like more than half of the attendees ideally should also be from, not from Singapore, from the Bay Area.
Yes.
Some people are flying in. We just want to share our love for Singapore with everyone. And you have unique things to sell. You have unique services that bring a lot to the table, and we want to showcase you. Okay. So let me do a quick screen share. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How do I do this? Looks like it's not. Okay.
Are you having problems screen sharing?
Yeah, I kind of moved it to my main computer, but it's still on my secondary computer. Let me do a screenshot. Oops. Oh, okay. Oops, that's not it. I apologize. Hang on. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, we're back. Can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so I think as Richard mentioned, this is our very first festival. So by joining us, you get to make history with us, literally, right? We're doing this for the first time. Volunteers have come together and we're putting in a lot of time and effort and energy, but it's all very energizing and really worth it for all of us. And we are very thankful for your interest, and we hope we can really do something great together. And this is really the very first time such a big event that is happening. We've done smaller events, like a few hundred people, but this one is way bigger, right? So Mark already introduced the Singapore Connect. These are pictures from some of our event. And you may or may not have seen a big Sunday Times feature story about overseas Singaporeans, which is our group here planning this big event. This was published before National Day, and we are definitely getting some momentum. After this was published, several people reached out to us to say, "Hey, how can we help?" And we're accepting help from everybody who is interested, even non-Singaporeans. And beyond just marketplace, people who want to volunteer their time, people who want to open their homes or contribute airline miles or what have you, right? And Richard already talked about the festival. It's a combination. It's happening at San Mateo County Center on Sunday, September 21st, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And our tagline is 60 years young, still shook. It's really a grassroots event, so we want to keep it fun, and we want to celebrate everything distinctly Singaporean. Previously, only Singaporeans know what shiok means, but I'm proud to share shiok is now in the Oxford Dictionary. So I'm like, we should use that, right? So And because this is not a government event, we want to make the tone and everything lighter and more like more casual and more community driven. And yeah, so these are on the right side, we're expecting 3,000 visitors. A lot of them will be from the Bay Area and Silicon Valley. I used to live in the Bay Area for 12 years, but I actually live in LA now, so I'll be flying in for this. I'm excited for that. Yeah, we have a lot of also Southeast Asian friends, but way beyond that, our larger group of friends all around the Bay Area, mostly. A lot of people are highly educated tech professionals and students as well will be coming. And we already have like probably about 10 restaurants confirmed, Singaporean and Southeast Asian restaurants.
Actually, 11.
11, awesome. Yeah. And this is a quick snapshot of some of the things that you will encounter or our attendees will encounter when they go in. Um, some people have asked us, why are we doing this not on National Day? And the reason is in the first line. It's held in September after the official National Day celebrations. The Council General has something separate, and that's an official thing, but this is really a separate community-led event that all of us coming together to say thank you, Singapore. Let's create our own Singapore away from Singapore and make this as memorable and as fun as possible. So the immersive theater will be great. That's the very first thing all our attendees will get to see and be part of. You will go back in time and experience Singapore going through its transformation and independence toward independence. Um, I don't have a lot more information than that. Do you want to chime in on the immersive theater or should I keep going?
Yes, let me chime in on that. One of the I don't know how many of you have the opportunity to listen to Lawrence National Day rally that just came on last night itself. But one of the keynotes that he brought up is that the world is going into a different time. And it's important for Singaporeans to rally together to show what is our identity and to relate to our neighbors. So Singapore's independence, if you didn't know, really does have a root with the Americans as well. There's something called the Truman Doctrine, if you have read about it. To a large degree, so most of the independence movement in Southeast Asia actually can trace its root to what the Truman Doctrine brought about. It talks about while the Truman Doctrine is really about supporting Egypt, but Truman said something where if we want to have determination of our future, only we can make a difference. So that's also in Lee Kuan Yew's speech in the early days, as well as in Lawrence's speech that is just came on. So I think this immersive theater is to basically tie the Americans' history to Singapore, as well as Singapore to the rest of the world, and what it means to be Singaporeans. So we're going to bring our audience by having very creative and personal immersion to give them a sense of what it takes, what was the feeling, what makes people who are first generation immigrant to Singapore decide to rise up to fight for the independence of this country itself. So that's basically the summary on the immersive theater.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you for the summary. And our attendees will actually be going from room to room as we go through time, right, Richard? So once we get out of the room, the last room, we will walk into our marketplace and then we could show you a map later. So we mentioned already, there will be a lot of food, of course, right? What's Singapore without its food? Then the shop and play is our section, right? The marketplace. And even within the marketplace, we'll also have a games for all ages. We are creating a zone where we will feature like the games we grew up playing, Five Stones and Hopscotch and stuff. And we will also have a carnival game. So it's very conducive, or very suitable for all ages. It's a very nice family outing you could consider telling all your friends about, not just Singaporeans. It's meant to be all inclusive, and we are welcoming everybody especially those who are not from Singapore, because we feel we have so much to share and we want to share that, right? All our culture, our great arts and crafts. Then there's also, we're gonna probably also be showcasing some art. We have some sign up for that as well, artwork from Singapore. And we'll also have celebrity guests and cultural performances and live comedy. And of course, it's all about getting to know more friends far away from home and being of support to each other. So hopefully this event can do that. I know among our volunteers, we've also gotten to know a lot more about each other by working together. And why partner with us? There are many reasons. This is completely unique event that has been curated and created for us and for our larger community. So there is this unmatched brand visibility. We're promoting the Singapore identity. And if you have something that is uniquely from your heritage, that's a 100% great fit. And we can use this platform to help you build your brand and visibility. You can access a much more diverse and engaged audience, everyone who's really interested in Singapore-related activities and culture and food. And if you're just starting your business, this is a great platform, right? You can drive your business growth. You will meet a lot of people. You can get to talk to a lot of people in person. Also, it's just great to be part of our celebration of Singapore's 60th year, and you are the part of the inaugural group of supporting partner for us. We mentioned the community relations part, networking opportunities. We are inviting media. And at the end of the day, right, we're all about not just, okay, what's in it for me, but also what can we do to give back, right? To the community, so life will be very meaningful. And then this part, I may skip over. This is a general deck that includes all types of opportunities. But if you have friends or yourselves who are interested in donating, we have a Give Butter page that is on the website. And these are our tiers. We have come up with Singlish tiers: Steady, Jante, Yamseng, Shiok Society. Okay. And then for the Shiok Society, you get naming rights. And then there's also sponsorship opportunities if you're open to providing sponsorship for us. And then this is what we're talking about today, marketplace opportunities. So these are the types of businesses and services we're looking for. Everything from artisans, crafts, retail space to professional services. If you know a fortune teller, we're looking for that. That would be really fun. But I think the practical ones also, like if you have immigration, if you know an immigration lawyer, this may be really good, or financial advisors. We already have a realtor confirmed, which is great. Also, if you have something unique, like you're doing something, a community, a social impact thing, well, we more than welcome you, or any education related things. And also in tech, of course, we're in Silicon Valley, we need to talk about tech, right? What kind of consumer tech or really cool startup stuff you want to showcase, this will be a good place too. Any questions on this slide so far? Okay. And then these are our pricing for the marketplace. And you can see we price it very affordably, starting at half a table. Our full table is 8 feet by 30 inches. So the half a table is 4 by 30 inches, 4 feet by 30 inches. So if you choose a half a table, you would likely share it with someone, another a vendor, and that should be good. Then if you get a standard table, you have the whole table to yourself. If you get a standard booth, that's a 10 by 10 space. It's really just marked out for you. The only thing we have to kind of delineating the spaces are like drapes and pipe thing on the both sides, left and right of it. That's it. And then we'll provide you with the tables and chairs as well. And then if you want a feature booth, you get a more prominent spot. Any questions so far on this? Okay, great. And then this is the floor plan of the whole festival. So you could tell this section. Are you able to see my cursor circling? Anybody? Can
Yes.
you see my cursor? Okay, great. Yeah, so so these room 1, 2, and 3, this is where the immersive theater will happen, this area. And this is where people will first enter, right? They will, this is the reception where they welcome people, and then the holding room where they will be, it's almost like Disneyland or something, right? So you are put in the holding room to go into this immersive experience. Then you come out from this immersive experience, there will be a nice like almost like a lobby, very nice area to welcome you. And these are the blue boxes here. They are booths. This we're looking at 20 by 10, hopefully, if there's a sponsor who wants to take that. So this will be probably the most prominent booths at the marketplace, because everybody that comes in will see this first, right? This section. So all the blue boxes are booths, right? And then these 2 circles in the middle are more like probably decoration, maybe the Malayan, maybe the super tree. Richard may know more. Do you want to chime in on what's these 2 circles, Richard? Or
Those
no?
2 circles are the super tree. So what we're doing
Okay, super tree, yeah.
with the space there itself is we're creating the Garden by the Bay space. So we're working with Garden by the Bay in Singapore to help to design this space to make it special. And we're also doing a scavenger hunt using plants that is common between Singapore and the United States. So that will be exciting for the people who is really into botanic and to see all these things happening.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so all these light blues are booths. This white section here will be where the games will be, including some of these booth will be taken by our Carnival Plus Singapore games. And then these white horizontal lines, they are tables. And I believe we have about 16 of them. Okay. And this is a zoom in. We had to kind of like flip it, rotate it 90 degrees, so it's easier to format and view. You could see much closer. There are numbers identified for the bigger 10 by 10 booths already. And so our layout person will also be giving numbers to the tables as well. And the layout is subject to change still, but this is the general overall. Okay. Any questions so far? And sorry, this section is what this food section is. Yeah. No questions? Okay, great.
Sorry, I did have a question about the tables.
Yeah.
I mean, I was understand that it may not be drawn to size, but are those tables on the right like a 8-foot table, or those are 4-foot tables?
These?
Yeah.
They are 8 by 30 inches. Each little drawing here, this is supposed to be 8 feet long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, I think this is my last slide. Yeah, thanks so much for your time. Let's make history together. We really invite you to contact us and yeah, get a booth before they run out.
Yeah, so I would like to kind of curiously ask is how do you guys plan to use your booth? I mean, like, what are you planning to bring? Maybe there's ways that we can help you make your booth and your space more exciting.
So Richard, right? I think I may have
Yes.
sent you a photo of my booth that I had at Renegade Craft last weekend. Not sure if it's still in your chat. But so little background for me, like, so I'm a full-time artist. My weekends are mostly, this is a rare weekend that I am not vending, but I do vend at events like Renegade Craft, which is at Fort Mason, and I usually have a 10 by 10 booth.
Yeah.
Did sign up for an a 8-foot table because this is an event that I'm unsure about, and to be transparent,
Mhm.
the pricing is high for an event. When I do like a Fort Mason show, which we have like at least 10,000 visitors, the pricing are half of what you guys are charging.
Mm.
So so my take was I'm gonna bring what would fit on my 8-foot table. I've done 8-foot table shows too, so would probably be Singapore related stuff. I've got like my money collection, which is like beaded purses. I've got blankets, art print, so whatever that would fit. But it'll be good to know if it's an 8-foot table, will we be allowed to bring like a backdrop? Because I understand what you're saying with the 10 by 10 booth, there are like a divider, but with the tables, I assume it's just the 2 chairs behind the table. Are there allowance for a backdrop?
I would say
I
it,
would say yes, right?
I think it will probably be very much more convenient if you have like a stand-up banner thing.
Yeah, I do
Yes.
those, what do you call, like a photography, collectible, frame. So that's what I use for my shows as well. But I think maybe it'll be helpful for vendors to know,
Mhm.
what are the, besides the table, if you could give a footprint, like, with the chairs in, how much room will we have behind the table to
Mhm.
filter in, if I could bring a backdrop. I did recommend a few vendors. I don't know if they signed up to do
Mhm.
this event as well, the Singaporeans, and I met them within the vending craft market circle, and we're all pretty familiar with doing setting up for an event. So if you give us parameters, that would be super helpful.
Absolutely. I think we can definitely get the information from the layout people. And Shauna, I know we connected and we have discussed stuff, but for I guess I got too many WhatsApp group and I kind of got lost. I've been trying to find you for the past week itself.
Yeah.
Could you text me really quick so I can
Yes.
rediscover and rename that group because I keep losing that group. So I'm
Totally,
trying to
totally
find you.
understand. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so we use this WhatsApp for this planning process. So I
Okay.
have a lot of groups as a result, and I lost where I get you. That's the reason.
Okay. Sending now.
Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, and those are all excellent feedback, Shauna. I think in our acceptance welcome letter, we can also add such information to help guide our marketplace partners better.
Do you have like a number? I guess you said you have like 16 tables for
Mhm.
right now. What are the capacity that you have in application at this point? How many people have applied, you know?
We still have room, but probably not a lot longer. So yeah, so if your friends are interested, definitely get them to jump on it.
And you said there's not exactly I guess it would be Singapore related. Could it be like an Indonesian artist?
That would be awesome. Well, Southeast Asia, we
Yeah,
celebrate
definitely was.
Southeast
Yeah,
Asia
exactly.
for sure. Yeah.
Unless you're talking about like, oh, I want to bring something like American now. That's a bit more of a fast fresh, but definitely Southeast Asian, definitely.
What if, I mean, their heritage is Southeast Asian, but their products are not? Would that be something? I mean, yeah, I wasn't sure about the guideline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're really open-minded. Like, for example, we have a realtor who is getting a booth, and she's not from Singapore, but she will help our community a lot. She has a great resource and she knows a lot. So yeah, sure. So yeah, so we're quite flexible. I think we can have conversations with your friend if he or she is interested.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're pretty open here. We actually have Iranians and different type of people helping. So you'll be surprised.
Okay, that's really good to know. Like, I think
Mhm.
it's I guess from a vendor point of view, it's the 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 curation does matter a bit in like
Mm.
what I would be doing, and also the vendors be willing to sign up. Like the more information we have, would be definitely be helpful. And to be honest, I was also I thought this event before I mean, I did a brief reading on your deck and stuff, but I had the impression that it was related to the festival, the food festival that was about 10 years ago. So is that
Hmm.
something I was wrong about that?
I think the food festival is government, isn't it? I believe there was a government sponsor event. Mark, can you help? I think it
There
was a
was a food
government one, right?
festival in San Francisco in 2021. Are you referring to that
Yeah.
event?
Yeah,
Because you said 10 years ago.
maybe that one. I'm losing track on dates, but it was like at Dog Patch.
Oh yeah,
So
no, that's not a food festival. That was Singapore Day.
Singapore Day
Oh,
was a
Singapore
government,
Day.
fully
Yes,
Yeah.
government, and it was also
right. That
very
was yes.
restricted. It was only for Singaporeans and immediate family,
okay, so I
or
had the
Singaporeans
impression.
and a single +1.
Okay, so this is the different one. I see. Okay.
Yes. So the big difference is Singapore sponsor is that there's always a nationality clause to it itself. With this one itself, there's no nationality limitation.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for answering my questions.
Of
Oh,
course,
no
no.
problem.
All
No
very
problem.
good
Absolutely.
questions. Thank you. Yeah. You help others who are also thinking about whether they want to sign up or not. Yeah. Mhm.
Hi, this is Yin. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome in.
Hi.
Mhm.
My friend actually invited me to this website, the Singapore Festival thing, and she's Singaporean, and I'm actually own a pickleball business. It's called Pickle Paddle. We are very active in Malaysia, in the Asia Pacific region. So I was wondering, are you open to have vendor like myself, like come and introduce my product at this event, or is there any limitation?
That sounds awesome because pickleball is all the rage right now, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, definitely. We welcome
I
you.
think what we need help is to create a perception, or not create the
Mhm.
perception that although this event is a festival about Singapore, but the marketplace is really
Mhm.
open to everyone.
Okay. Would you open to be I'm not sure what type of floorings you have at this event.
Mhm.
Would you open to have like if let's say if I get a booth, right, I want to do a rebound court where people can try the paddles at the event, but is inside the booth if I'm getting the booth. So and then set up a rebounder in the back, and then people can stand in front of the booth and do some pickleball playing just to try the
Right.
paddles. Are you? Yeah, the thing is we need like a little bit of a harder flooring in order to do
It's
that.
concrete, isn't it, right,
It's
Richard?
concrete. Yes.
And
So
I think
Oh,
this is
okay,
I've
a
seen
perfect.
sports stuff held in that venue before. They might put a softer backing, but certainly it's
Oh,
concrete floor.
so for
okay.
context itself, this is a expo hall, and
Uh-huh.
this expo hall is there's an annual tennis tournament in there. I don't know how
Okay.
they do it, but they do it. I've seen them lay like the softer grounding on the floor
Okay.
for that purpose itself.
Okay.
Maybe
So
it's some kind of tiles. Do you think you would need tiles, or just use tape and mark out the area?
oh, we have markers, yeah. It's just very like half court where people just rebound the ball, just yeah, you just hit it to the rebounder and it come back to you, and then we can set up the line where you can just stand and hit the ball. But I just want to make sure the sides we have covered.
No risk of the ball going outside of the booth, though.
Yeah, so we will probably have to block it with like a cloth or something. Yeah, like a net. Yeah, we have extra netting that we can block it.
I
Yeah,
think this would
if
be
you get
awesome. I
open.
mean,
Yeah.
we should do it. I mean, even you want to bring sepak or anything Southeast Asian, go for it.
I
Okay. Yeah, I
I
just want to make sure it is okay to be a vendor at this event with pickleball stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one I would highlight that you probably want to get some flooring as well because it's concrete, and since for
Okay.
pickleball itself you need to have traction. So maybe I think the standard stuff that you use for demo, they come with
Mm-hmm.
the ground kind of like
Oh, I have
resistant
to
type of,
look into that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that, because it would help to prevent people from slipping when they're doing
Yes.
the bounce itself. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, I can look into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Very exciting. Thanks for your interest, Ing. Yeah, we'd love to see you there.
Awesome. So I'm just gonna fill up the application then on your website.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, maybe just a quick note. If you are not technically selling something, you will not need a seller's permit. So for example, the real estate person, she will not need a seller's permit. But if you're going to be selling something, then we will require a seller's permit, which is pretty easy and free to apply for. Okay.
I have a question about the event fee for visitors. Do you have your set a fee for entry?
Richard, did you want to take that?
Sorry,
Is
my
Richard
mute
there?
buttons. Yeah, my mute buttons problem. Yes. So for this event itself, currently if you're referring to the ticket
Yeah.
pricing itself, what we're doing is that for a unsubsidized or not discounted ticket itself, we are going at $40 for entry. But since we have sponsors who are supporting us, and what they are requiring is a basic registration. So if the attendees are willing to go through the registration itself, the adult fee will be $20. So the ticketing is going to start on August 15th. So if you want to get if you are coming to join us, I really urge you to put in your application early and to close the loop so that we can actually feature you in the website, so that when people comes to register and purchase their tickets itself, you will be right there, center and visible to them.
I want to add there's a lower fee for children, and children fine between I think 5 and 16 or 5 and 15. Then under 4 would be free. So children would be half that rate. So 20 and 10.
Will there be an early bird ticket buying process?
The promotion team will be putting up opportunity to provide additional discount accordingly. So I don't want to go into the specific details of that. It will be made available information when the ticket thing opens itself.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know that there's definitely, if you are planning to feature us in your website and so on, I know the marketing team itself is planning to provide a discount code so that people who sees it from your company website featuring our event can use the discount code, and that gives you more visibility as well as impression awareness.
Yeah, I guess I was seeking for something like that because it will help when consumers are aware, or at least giving heads up
Absolutely.
on pricing, and if they can get deal, that's why you could lock them in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we are giving that to our vendors, marketplace partners for sure. So you get to get your own code, I believe, what you
Yes.
can share with your potential buyers or your friends, your community, so they can come support you too.
Right.
Mhm.
And I would add that usually when I do events, it really depends on each one. But
Mhm.
if there is a fee, then I do promote in a way that I would offer an event exclusive item to
Mm.
enhance, their experience. So that is some marketing strategy that if vendors are given ahead of time, again, we could promote it. It's be a co-promotion with for it. So that'd be great.
Yes, I think the marketplace team, we can talk about the details. Sharon's team will be ready to participate and collaborate with you on that. So that could be discussed in more specific at that point.
Yeah, and thank you, Shauna. I know we have you just submitted your application. So what our team will do will actually reach out to you with an acceptance letter and the next steps. Okay, so keep a lookout for that.
Okay, thank you.